All right, what's going on, everybody? We're back again, and today is the day that we finally get to tackle this block. So I think what we're gonna first off start with is getting all these frost plugs out, and then I'm probably gonna give the block a little scuff down with some wire wheels, and yeah, then we're gonna drop it in the tank, and we're gonna get on with it. This is awesome. I've been waiting for this for a couple weeks now, and we're finally here, so let's get to it.
And here we are. These honestly don't look that bad, but I'm going to replace them with some brass frost plugs because brass is a little less susceptible to corrosion than these just normal steel ones. But in all, these don't look that bad, which is a good sign. But we're going to get these out. And I think the brass too, after I paint the block, will look nice with a little kind of goldy tinge to them, right? So when I paint the block black, I think it would just be nice little accent pieces.
Gently tap it. Don't want to knock it down into the block, but there we go.
Well, let's not do that again.
So we have now learned that it's not very fun to try and extract these frost plugs from the inside of a block. But it's out. So let's continue on. So honestly, if you take your time and you just be careful with it, it's not that bad to get these out. I kind of got a little trick I got going on. So I take my little pry bar here, and I'm kind of hitting on like an angle, almost like a, not so much a 45, but we're kind of going right at the bottom of the plug there. There we go. And you see it start to move back there. Oh, where are we at? You see it start to move back. So we'll keep doing that until we can see into the block. Trying to be careful, and I'm watching the top here, making sure the top's not moving back at the same time, because I kind of want it to twist. All right, you want it to kind of be sitting in the hole on a diagonal. So we're just a couple more hits. Now that I can see into the block, I can grab this upper lip here with my vice grips. There's not very much to grab, but yeah. Not very much to grab, but if you can get anything, you just kind of roll your vice grips, because it will sit nice and flat, or nice up against this little piece here. You can kind of roll it out a bit. And then once you kind of got it rolled out, oh, might have to get this one a little bit more. You roll it out. And once you can get in behind here, get your little pry bar. You just pop it out. Not so bad.
All right, so all of the frost plugs are now out. And you know what? Honestly, other than two of them, they all came out pretty well. So we're going to get to ordering some new ones of those up. And we're going to start prepping this block to put in the tub for our electrolysis.
Awesome. So she's pretty crusty, as you can see, but we're just going to take our wire brush here and just try clean it up the best we can. And you can see that works pretty well.
This is what it looks like now. Now, I still got a lot to do. I just used the little brush to get in all the tight spots here. But I can already tell it's going to take a long time. So I'm going to skip ahead to whenever I'm about to put it into the tub. And I'll see you guys there.
6.5 hours later.
All right, so here's the finished product. It's not perfect, but it will definitely do. And it's all gonna be covered up and all painted, so I'm pretty happy with it, honestly. A lot of these little pieces, I didn't even know these were here, like all these little markings. And it was so flaky before. But we got her good now. And yeah, we're gonna go get the tub ready and we're gonna drop it in. I think I might use the old head studs here and thread them in here. I might use that to keep it off the base of the tub. And we'll just might put them back in there so it's kind of sitting on something. All right, so now we finally got our tub set up. Now all that's left is put some water in it, get some baking soda, and we're almost there. So we got our engine block in here suspended, so it's not touching the bottom here. And all I did was use a bunch of clothes hangers I had laying around. And so when you're doing electrolysis, you need a sacrificial piece of metal that you're going to transfer essentially the rust from this to this. So once I get the water in here and everything mixed up, we're pretty much just going to attach the negative to this block and our positive to the piece of sacrificial metal. And in the end, hopefully, should come out pretty clean. Now, I've done this before on like something small, like an axe head, but I've never done something this big. So I'm kind of curious to see how it turns out. But let me go get some water and I'll be back to you in a minute. So we're back and I got the water in there and we put our baking soda, and I actually ended up using mostly this stuff. So a couple other guys I've seen online say that stuff, like the laundry soap, works a lot better. So I decided to go with that. But we have about half a box in there. Don't know if that's enough, but we're just gonna watch it, I guess, and see how it goes. So far, there's not much going on, but I'll keep you guys updated once I start seeing some bubbles and stuff. All right, everybody, so it's been about an hour, and you can see all those little bubbles popping up. It's slowly starting to work. All the bubbles on the edge there. Now this is gonna take quite a while, but I'll come back in a couple hours and show you. All right, now it's kind of hard to see, but we're now outside, and yeah, you can't really see nothing, can you? Well, it's been 9 hours now, I think, soaking, and we're gonna take it out and take a look at it. All right, so here's the finished product. It's still kind of hard to see. It's dark out, but it's noticeably cleaner. And you can see that little black tinge to it. There's a little bit of rust left, but everything else, there we go. So there's a little bit of stuff going on here, but so it was in there for 9 hours. And I'm just going to take it up to the shop tomorrow, take the wire wheel to it again, probably take whatever's left on it, put a little bit of rust converter on it, and she should be good. Probably could have left her in overnight, but I think it's good enough. And here's the rotor. So yeah, you can see that definitely had a number done to it. But yeah, overall, I say it's pretty successful. All right, so we're back up at the shop now. We got the block up here, and we're here with the lovely Elda.
Nice.
My beautiful girlfriend. And she's this year's runner-up for Girlfriend of the Year award for helping me work on the 2J. And so she just cleaned up some of the flakies that the electrolysis didn't get off. I probably should have left it on there a lot longer than I did, but I was getting a little impatient. And it's pretty good, like overall. There's just a couple little flaky spots that she's just using the drill to get off. But yeah, I'm gonna let her get back to that, and we'll get it messed up and we'll get some paint on it. All right, so we're getting it masked up. Poor old Elda's hands are getting cold, but she's a trooper, and we're almost done. So once this gets all masked up with our nice variety of masking tape and old newspapers I had laying around, we're gonna first put on some rust converter just for a good extra measure, just a little bit. Then we'll hit it with some etch primer, And then we're gonna hit it with just a rattle can engine enamel. And she should be good as new. All right, so we're all messed up. And we got Elda right now spraying a nice little coat of rust converter over the whole thing. Just as some precautionary measures. We're just gonna get a good coat on it. And then we're gonna put on the etch. And the etch is just a single stage etch. Just a rattle can, nothing special. And then also, where's our other paint? We got some other paint kicking around here and I gotta go find. And so here's the paint we're actually gonna do it with. So it's just some high temp paint. It says caliper paint, but she's good up to 90 or 900 degrees Fahrenheit, it says. So that's way over what we're gonna need. So we're just gonna use this, nice and shiny. There was nothing, everything else at the store was matte when I went there. I wanted a nice glossy look, so that's what we're going with. Awesome. So I just read the can here, and it actually says that this rust converter is also a primer. So we're just gonna skip that little etch step there. We're just gonna go straight to the painting. So we're gonna put on our first coat now. Oh. All right. Oh. So some of our masking just came off here. Gonna tuck that up under there, not like it's gonna make a big difference. All right, let's start off with a nice light coat. Make sure we're covering everything. Making sure we're getting underneath everything and getting good coverage everywhere. Probably should be wearing a respirator, but I got mine at work today. Awesome. There. Well, we'll let that dry up and we'll probably put another coat on it and I'll show you guys the finished product. All right, guys, so we're back up at the shop and here's the finished product. Not too bad, not too bad. Definitely looks a lot better than it did. Now we can pull all this off. There we go. That's fine. Awesome. I'm definitely happy with how it turned out. Looks so much better. It's been a long time coming, but we're here. There. So now that this is all painted, I can start working on getting this brought off to the machine shop and get it planed. And next will be the head over there. I'm gonna go and give that a little refresh and get that all sent off to the machine shop. And then hopefully by then we'll have saved up some cash that we can go get the new piston rods that we're gonna put in it. And yeah, but anyways, thanks guys for tuning in. And if you made it this far in the series, I really appreciate the support and we'll see you in the next one.